Hi everyone, I'm WABC Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg. This is Wake Up Weather on ABC7 NY and For Weather or Not, sponsored by TD Bank. Well, it's the same hot story, but at least we have a mile marker here to talk about relief. Let's get past Wednesday, and then drier air starts to come in second half of the week. But between now and then, it's a rough go with extreme heat and in some cases the hottest weather of the year. And also some damaging thunderstorms, because unfortunately these ridge riding storms that we've been watching come out of the west are going through the Great Lakes and then diving into the northeast. Essentially what these storms are doing is finding the soft spot in the hot area of high pressure out west, which is extended eastward, and they track right in the Great Lakes and then down into our area. And obviously there's so much fuel to work with a waterlogged atmosphere and so much heat stirring up the atmosphere that we can have some pretty strong storms. So I am concerned about that over the next couple of days, along with the extreme temperatures. Now, the heat advisory and excessive heat warnings for now go through Tuesday, but they'll likely be extended through Wednesday. Tuesday is actually the day with peak heat, where the feel-like readings could get up to 108, maybe even 110 in some areas, really stifling heat. And our forecast number right now for New York City, we've been going back and forth between 96 and 97. That would be our hottest day of the season so far. The air quality is likely to be unhealthy for sensitive groups. That's probably going to be an ongoing story until a cold front can clear things out on Thursday. The severe risk on Tuesday has definitely been expanded. We've been watching the Storm Prediction Center take their slight area, which is an area of scattered severe thunderstorms, and move it all the way from the Catskills and Poconos almost right down to the I-287 corridor. So I agree with that going into the day on Tuesday. The threat in the afternoon is primarily north and west, but I think the severe storms can make it right down to the coast during the evening hours, so we want to be on alert for that. So here are your weather headlines. Extreme heat for the next couple of days where the feel-like readings are over 100. These storms Tuesday and Wednesday can bring damaging winds and, of course, heavy downpours. We're thinking more down to the coast in the evening hours on Tuesday, but Wednesday, kind of all bets are off once we get to lunchtime, as storms may start to flare up as a cold front approaches. The extended forecast is very encouraging. As we go through Thursday, a cold front is kind of still hovering around the area, and that's why this time of year I'm just a little nervous about promising instant relief on Thursday. It's more of a transition day where the humidity is dropping through the day and there's still a threat of a leftover thunder shower. That thunder shower threat probably goes through, let's say, early afternoon or so, and then I think we're pretty much dry during the late day and evening hours. The difference with this push of relief is that it has some staying power. It comes in late week, and I'm not saying we're talking refreshing air through next week, but we're not talking about extreme heat. We're just normal summertime warmth in the 80s, normal humidity levels, which can certainly feel hot, but aren't technically dangerous. So number one, we're going to start out our Tuesday with temperatures not far from 80 degrees in New York City and upper 70s in many of our suburbs. Some of the storms that are coming through the Midwest and Great Lakes overnight, some of the debris clouds may be with us a little bit, some patchy clouds on Tuesday morning, but overall, hazy sunshine, super hot and humid, and it looks like any thunderstorms that start to form during the afternoon would likely be north and west. We'll have to watch that closely, though. I think we have a shot to get to 96 or 97 in New York City. So let's say from about 4 in the afternoon through about 7 or 8 o'clock at night, the threat is worse across the Hudson Valley in northern New Jersey, but then some of these storms can make it right into New York City during the evening hours. So just be aware of that for your late Tuesday and Tuesday night plans. Those storms will end Tuesday evening, and then on Wednesday, the sky's a little dirtier looking as a cold front approaches, so that's why our temperatures aren't maybe as high as Tuesday. It's still hot and humid, though, and I think we'll start firing up a shower or thunder shower as we go through the midday hours and certainly into the afternoon and evening. Now, right now, the Storm Prediction Center has us in more of a marginal area for severe storms, meaning they're isolated. But normally 2 days out, you kind of see that in general, and then they may highlight a slight area. So I still think that we're at risk for some severe storms on Wednesday. So that cold front will still be draped over the area on Thursday, and that's why I say there's still a chance for a shower storm. Maybe it's a better chance from the city on south and east through about early afternoon, and then some of the drier air starts to come in. Friday really shows us the real relief. That's when the dew points are lower, the humidity's lower. Got a lot of sunshine out there. It feels really nice. Should be a nice breeze coming in out of the northwest. That'll be really nice. The extended forecast, as we look beyond the 7-day it's a rare chance to see some below normal conditions over the middle of the country. Looks like most of the heat is out west. That doesn't change, but we're really in more of a near normal to slightly above normal temperature regime, something we can handle. You know, I know you might think, well, boy, we're hot now. It's just going to stay that way right through the rest of the summer. Well, it does look like we got a good 7 to 10 day pattern to end July where temperatures aren't extreme. Precipitation looks to be near normal overall. Checking out just the short-term rain chances. Obviously, we have our thunder threats on Tuesday, Wednesday. It could linger into Thursday, and then I think we go through a long dry stretch, which will be Friday through an upcoming summer weekend, which I think you'll enjoy. There is a small threat for an isolated storm on Sunday. And the reason I say that is because, you know, we're in this cooler air mass that's coming in, and the reason is there's a cool pool of air that's near Hudson Bay, Canada, in the upper atmosphere. So that's suppressing all the heat to the south. But there are some disturbances rotating around that, so that could spark an isolated shower on Sunday. I think most of us are going to be dry, and I wouldn't change any outdoor plans. And again, it's going to be summertime comfortable rather than the extreme heat over the weekend. Even as we go into midweek next week, the heat ridge is really strong out west. I mean, it'll be stronger in parts of western Canada than it will be in the northeast United States. And I think overall, as we head through the last days of July, the heat will start to build again. So we might get into some hot stretches as we go into early August. But at least the next week to 10 days, it will look more temperate once we get past Wednesday, which is good news. And even if you look at the 10-day trend and you get through the 90s on Wednesday, just look at all these 80s. I mean, right through the 25th of July, just kind of hovering around normal. Again, with sort of your run-of-the-mill afternoon storm chances and humidity levels that are on the moderate side. We always like to check out the tropics, and good news there. The tropical Atlantic, nice and quiet. We're still making our transition to La Nina. There's no organized disturbances right now. This is a map that is showing you some of the low-level spin based on the European model. I'm just seeing some African waves come off the coast, but not being able to maintain any real structure moving forward. So that's good news that we get a breather in the tropics. Here's your AccuWeather forecast. We're going for 80 degrees to start the day on Tuesday. Very warm already early in the morning, hazy sun and clouds, and quite humid. Now during the afternoon hours, your thunderstorm chances increase north and west. I think we're dry in the city till probably either late day or even in the evening hours. But this will allow us to achieve our highest temperatures of this hot stretch and maybe even the hottest day of the summer so far. So we're going 96. I wouldn't be shocked to get 97 if we can get out of the clouds early enough. Afternoon storms will be strong to severe, mainly north and west. Air quality will be unhealthy. Pollen count on the medium side and the UV index at a very high 9. Boaters, beachgoers, southwest wind 10 to 15. Waves about 4 feet. Water temperatures in the 70s and the rip current risk moderate. So for tomorrow night, those strong storms north and west could arrive right down to the coast in a strong to severe nature, maybe some damaging winds and downpours. It's warm and stuffy. Here's your 7-day AccuWeather forecast. AccuWeather alerts the next 2 days. Peak heat on Tuesday. Afternoon storms north and west get to the coast in the evening hours. On Wednesday, it's steamy, where we're going to say all bets are off for storms starting just after lunchtime, 94 degrees, hot and humid. On Thursday, the front's still over the area, so a leftover thunder shower through early afternoon, but then lowering humidity in about 84. The real relief is fed on Friday, or felt on Friday, about 83 with lowering humidity. As we go into Saturday, partly sunny, 85. Might be a stray thunder shower on Sunday, but I wouldn't certainly cancel any outdoor plans. Most of the weekend is dry, and it's not extreme heat, so much more comfortable to be outdoors. And that trend continues into early next week. You can always get your AccuWeather forecast on ABC-7 and Y. Thanks for listening to this episode of Whether or Not. We'll see you next time, rain or shine.